I got you. You fat loser.
Fuck you, cuz. You changed it, you Jewish asshole.
You did, fat ass.
These old controls from last century. They suck harder than Kai's mom.
No, they don't. Hey, screw you, fat ass.
Hey, wait, you guys want to play in VR?
You can't play this in VR, dumbass. Yeah, there's no Nintendo VR.
Candy's right, you guys. The VRified Games says, about to get down YouTube.
They do.
Hell yeah, I do, you lame asshole. Look at your screens.
Hey guys, how's it going? Cartoon Carl here, back again with another tutorial. How we all doing? Alright. So, you want to play South Park for the Nintendo 64 in VR? Got you covered. You can now enjoy it in 6 degrees of freedom.
Wow.
A stereoscopic 3D.
Whoa, dude.
Sweet.
Unfortunately, due to Nintendo 64 hardware limitation, draw distance is very evident.
Oh,
Alright,
super weak.
First thing you gotta do,
Still want to play it.
download all the software in the link in the description. Alright, first step. Go ahead and open Winimage. Point that to your SD.RAW file. Open it up. Open it again, go to ROMs. Alright? Drag and drop your South Park Nintendo 64 ROM in there. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you where to get it. But Google it, you'll find it. Close it. Copy the SD.RAW file. Go to My Documents. Dolphin Emulator. Wii. And paste it in there. Overwrite anything. It's fine. Next thing you gotta do, open up your Dolphin. Go to Paths. Point that to where your Wii Beta 64 is. Alright, let that update. Next step, follow along with these settings. You will need them in order to have it look and play exactly like my game. Alright, pause the video if you need to. Here they are. Alright, and finally, right-click on the Wii 64 beta file, go down to Config, open that up, and paste in our config file that you have in the link in the description. Just beware that if you're playing a different game, you will need to disable this config file. Alright. Go ahead and open the software. Go to Advanced, Settings, Video. Change it from forced 16:9 to 16:9. Alright. Go back to Load ROM. Find your South Park game. Load it up. When you're ready, press play. That's it. See y'all in game.
So, guys, what do you think?
I don't know, fat ass. It seems like a lot of work.
What?
Yeah. Besides, I'm beating your ass on flat screen.
Screw you guys and make it my tools.
Whatever, fat ass. Just log back in so we can beat you again.
Yeah.
VRified Games.
What's up, player? Yeah. Yeah, living there talking head. Coming to you live with Daigo, VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Side, homie. Side. So, what we doing today, my man?
Well, Ed, hot off the heels of our Goldeneye 64 gameplay footage, we have gone down the rabbit hole of Nintendo 64 VR.
What do you think it's for? What the? Dude, this is pretty f***ed up right here. Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
You see, ever since Ligaya Flame has helped get different versions of Wii 64 Beta online, we have been able to get better and better results when it comes to emulating N64 games in VR.
I'm going down south, I'm gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere,
Come on down South Dock and meet some friends now.
From the deep reaches of space, a horror approaches. Once in a great while, the malevolent forces of a universe combine to form a force of evil so concentrated, so pure, that no bastion of goodness and decency can stand against it. It hurls through the universe toward its destination, the planet Earth. The town to be victimized? South Park, Colorado. A quaint little town nestled in the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Where better to terrorize good and decent folk? Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. However, there are some drawbacks. You see, as we are emulating an emulator inside an emulator.
Oh man, come on with this Inception shit.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, well basically we're running an emulator inside an emulator, okay? So some of the things that you can do with Dolphin Emulator, such as creating culling codes, this kind of thing, is not possible.
Hey, what's happening? Somebody's baking brownies. Dude, this is great. I'm gonna show you how to kick ass. My mom always told me I was cool. Big guy!
Oh, it's not?
No, because basically what you would be asking Dolphin to do is create culling codes for the emulator, not for the game it's running, so it will never work. It just will not work. The only way to get around that is to create WAD files of existing N64
Hi,
games.
Chef.
Hello, children. Did you hear the news?
What news?
A big comet is headed our way. It's gonna cross paths with the Earth, and when it does, all kind of crazy, spooky stuff is gonna happen.
Spooky like how?
Spooky like you better get your asses indoors, children. I'm not kidding. Our lives are in danger.
What the hell is that about? Man, Chef is weird. I need to find the others first.
And the success rate of that is, from talking to Lagaya Flame, less than 10%. Like, yeah.
Kick ass!
Now we'll try, and if it works we'll do it, but for the moment it is very, very playable through the Wii 64 beta. Very, very playable. But because of the limitations of Nintendo 64, such as draw distance and culling being very, very aggressive, simply due to hardware limitations of the N64 itself, and the weird decision to have the games be cartridge based in a CD-ROM filled landscape. I don't know. But yeah, just to have all that information fit on the cartridge, they did have to cut a lot of corners.
Kick ass!
And when you're emulating this in VR, it's very, very evident. Like the draw distance is like basically 3 feet in front of you, you know, this kind of thing. And unfortunately, we cannot use culling codes to render the geometry outside camera view. It's not possible at the moment. All that being said, the games do run great now, full speed. Well, they can run full speed, but what we do is we cap it at 20 FPS. The reason being, in Dolphin VR, we can use opticodes
Back off!
to get that same 20 FPS up to 90 FPS stable.
Tell me I'm over here. I'm gonna back you up. Over here, stupid! It's about time you made it.
But that being said again, Dolphin VR itself has some limitations there, so there is still some slowdown here and there, and still some choppy audio here and there. That's a limitation of Dolphin VR, not a limitation of Wii 64 beta.
Hey, you guys! That hurts, dude! Hey, over here! It's about time you made it.
But I digress. Although we are running it on Wii 64 beta, we still have to run it through Dolphin VR, so we are constrained by Dolphin VR's own limitations there. But the experience is great, you guys. If you tried this a few months ago, these games are nigh on unplayable. You had issues where the screen was flickering, choppy audio, immense slowdown. Yeah, it wasn't a great experience before, but now, as you can see, it's much, much more playable. And if you can overlook the draw distance, then you're fine. That's the only nitpick I have. You still have 6DOF head tracking, full geometry 3D, a true VR camera. Yeah, it's still a great experience. So, with that in mind, we have been looking at a lot of N64 games. As I said, we've gone down that rabbit hole. We've tested a lot. Some yielded pretty bad results. A lot have yielded great results. So, We will be showcasing those in the next coming months. But today, we're focusing on South Park.
Oh man, South Park the game. Man, I love that. And Fractured Ass or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, no, it's not the newer games. This is actually the first ever released South Park game, which a lot of people seem to forget exists.
Oh?
Yeah, way back in 1998, so roughly about a year, maybe 2 years after South Park itself became this huge phenomenon. They released this game. Well, Acclaim did. Now, Acclaim, you may or may not know, but during the N64 period,
Yeah, I want to keep you.
Acclaim were huge, man. When it came to first-person perspective games on that system, Acclaim were the king. Okay? So Acclaim themselves pretty much had access to the entire Valiant superhero universe library. So with that, they started to create first-person perspective games. So they had the Turok series, which everyone and their sister will know. Even if you've never played it, you know what Turok is.
I'm gonna pick you up.
It was a landmark game on the N64, and we may be taking a look at that series soon, just between you and me. And they went on, they did Armorines, there was a Bloodshot title in development, I think it got cancelled, I can't remember outright. Shadow Man, basically all the Valiant Comics characters, they had games on the N64. Well, later ported to PlayStation 1 and PC also, a lot of them, but mostly Acclaim is known for their work on inside the 64, as the games were developed for that system specifically. Now, bringing this all back to South Park. Using the Turok game engine, that's the first Turok, they developed South Park on that engine, and you will see a lot of similarities between the two. Especially when you view them in VR. The same issue with draw distances there, same kind of enemy AI, it's almost identical. It's basically Turok with a South Park coat of paint, that's how I could describe it. And it plays brilliantly, it's a great use of the license, especially for that time. The characters are very true to how the characters were portrayed back in '98. Very, very true to that. And, truth be told, very little has changed
I'm not touching you guys for breakfast.
in the last 30 or so years, but anyway. Still a lot of fun. So, South Park the game, as we said, is basically Turok with a South Park coat of paint. That's it in a nutshell. I can't really describe it any more than that. It's a first-person perspective game featuring South Park characters and storylines from the first season of South Park the series. Now, although everything runs beautifully and plays great, the game itself is kind of deserving of some criticism. The game itself is kind of repetitive. You will see the same enemy over and over again just coming at you in waves and you just basically fight them off. That is it. That is the gameplay.
Your mom's a bitch.
There's very little in terms of innovation with this title. Very, very little. Now, that's not to say you can't have a good time with it. You can. And it's a fantastic time in multiplayer as well, especially if you're a South Park fan. There's a lot to love if you're a South Park fan. So, yeah, that's it. Obviously, if you guys want to play this for yourselves, you absolutely can. Just follow Cartoon Carl's guide at the beginning of the game. He talked the boys in South Park through how to get this up and running in VR, so follow along that if you want. Yeah, it's not too much more to say on South Park the game, really. So I guess we're going to leave it there, Ed.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so yeah, like, comment and subscribe if you have any thoughts, queries, critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying, put those down below also, and we'll presumably get back to you if we feel like it.
Chef, you were right. The comet is doing crazy, spooky things. We're being invaded by mutant turkeys.
I know, children. I saw it in the news. Those mutant turkeys are being led by bigger turkeys. Every now and then, the big turkeys lay eggs and hatch little turkeys. You want to take out the big turkeys, and the rest won't be much of a problem. But if you really want to put an end to these turkey bastards, you've got to follow them back to their source. Got it?
Got it. You can count on me, Chef. The future of our civilization is in my hands.
Oh, crap.
VRified Games.